Am I the a-hole for leaving in the middle of a date when I found out she had cheated on a partner? I, 24-year-old male, have been single for almost 2 years. My ex-girlfriend cheated on me, which really did a number on my self-esteem, and it took a long time for me to heal from it. And even after I patched myself up, it has still been difficult for me to put myself out there and to try to meet new people, just from a general fear of being hurt again. Anyway, the story starts about 2 months ago when I was out with some friends. My close friend Hannah, 24-year-old female, invited me and some of her friends out to a bar for drinks. One of these friends was a young woman, Katie, 24-year-old female, who I happened to think was pretty cute. I worked up the nerve to talk to her, and we had a decent conversation. I thought she might have been flirting with me a bit, but I chalked it up to wishful thinking and didn't get her number or anything. A few days later, when I saw Hannah again, she told me that Katie had asked about me and if I was single. I was surprised and flattered, but primarily pretty nervous because I hadn't really waded into that territory for a while. I didn't think I was ready to date again, but Hannah pointed out that it had been almost 2 years since the cheating incident. I hadn't been on a single date or seen a woman in any capacity in the interim, and it would be really good for me to at least try to go on one date, and if I decided that I still wasn't ready, I wouldn't be obligated to go on another. She invited both Katie and I out for drinks again the next weekend, when I finally asked for her number, which she gave me. We texted for a week until, with Hannah's encouragement, I finally worked up the nerve to ask her out on a coffee date. I was nervous at the beginning, but we both actually had a lot of fun. We had a second date at a local art museum a few days later, a shared interest of ours, and started sleeping together the following weekend. This continued for another 3 weeks, which I really enjoyed. I genuinely liked Katie a lot, and I felt like we had a good mix of differences and things in common. We could and did just talk for hours, and she was smart and funny and seemed to think the same about me. And of course it was nice to be having sex again. It started to go bad on another coffee date almost a month after our first date. We started having the our past relationships talk, and she told me about her high school boyfriend and her college boyfriend. Then she admitted that she cheated on her college boyfriend. It was at this point that I stood up, told her that I didn't think it was going to work out between us, and left. I didn't mean for it to happen so abruptly, but I went into some kind of fight or flight mode and sort of panicked. I was really taken aback at the fact that this girl who I really liked and had been spending so much quality time with was a cheater, like my ex. Anyway, she told Hannah about it, who is now pissed at me. She told me that cheating was the biggest regret of Katie's life and that she has worked really hard on herself since then. That I was punishing her for a mistake she made when she was 21 that she already beats herself up over. That I was projecting my spite from my ex onto Katie. And that I was self-sabotaging like I always do. In general, an accurate criticism, to be honest. And using the excuse of my ex's infidelity to ruin a perfectly good thing for no reason. Katie was apparently really upset afterwards, and Hannah said that she went into a shame spiral. I guess I made her feel like she'll be alone forever because nobody will ever be able to look past the mistakes she made when she was younger. I haven't talked to her since I left the date, so all I know is what Hannah told me, which might be a little embellished to make me feel bad, or not, who knows. So, am I the a-hole? I don't know, because all the things Hannah said to me pretty much hit home. I want to believe that people can change, and I liked Katie a lot. She seemed like a genuinely good person, but then again, so did my ex. Maybe I was in some way punishing her for a mistake she made in the past, or worse, punishing her for what my ex did in the past. And I do self-sabotage pretty often. I didn't mean to make Katie feel bad, but she did cheat, didn't she? And in fairness, I never told Katie that I had been cheated on in my last relationship. I withheld that info because it's a painful topic for me, and I'm ashamed to have that event on my dating record. I know it's not my fault, and it's a reflection of my ex's character and not mine, etc., etc., but I just wasn't eager to bring it up with a new partner, especially not one that I liked so much. At least she was honest about her past, which is more than I can say about myself. Point is that I didn't offer much of an explanation as to why I left so quickly. I just know that I wouldn't be able to be in a relationship with a cheater because I'd have constant anxiety that I would get cheated on again, which I don't think I would be able to psychologically handle. Maybe that's an indicator that I was right in the beginning when I thought that I was not yet ready to date. I don't really know. Help me out here.